Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at cyanoacrylate, and that will be the last time I say that. From now on I'll just say CA glue. This glue is invaluable for both small and large repairs or even full assembly, and it's one of those things that most modelers have on their workbench. Loctite in both the liquid and gel formulation has been my go-to for years, but Gluemasters Medium Viscosity was recently recommended to me and I thought I'd give it a try. One thing that's always driven me nuts about CA are the dispensers themselves. Maybe it's just me, but the tips always wind up with dried CA buildup or worse, glued shut. This glue dispenser thing isn't just with Loctite, it's with all brands. All CA seem to do it. Maybe that's a good thing. It shows that the glue actually works. Another negative I have with CA bottles is that I feel the dispenser tips are too large in general, and I'll often end up using a toothpick for more precise application. Since I was trying this new CA, this Gluemasters, and a pretty large bottle at that, I decided to address these issues, so I bought some new needle-tipped glue applicators. They say they're designed to work with CA, so let's give it a look. These new bottles are 10 mil, which I think is a great size to hold on to when doing precise work. Now they also have a silicone washer of sorts and a silicone tip. And of course this all attaches to the neck of the bottle. Now I thought having these attached would be annoying, but I actually got used to it pretty quickly. The needle itself goes about 3/4 of the way into this silicone tip, and it's got a good snug fit, which I can only assume is going to be good to keep air out. It does take a little practice to get the needle into the silicone. It's obviously very small, but you get used to it pretty quickly. The bottles are a really good value. You get 18 of them for $9, so 50 cents each. The bottles also come with a tiny funnel as well, though my package didn't have the tiny funnel, so yeah, I bought a package of tiny funnels too. They were 50 cents each. It's like a trend going on here. You'll see in a minute though why buying a bunch of bottles and tiny funnels was really economical. An absolute bargain really. And no kidding, these tiny funnels really are tiny. I cut the end off of one so I wouldn't be pouring this medium viscosity CA for hours, though it did take a while anyway. Fortunately, I did cut most of that footage out. While we watch this beautiful footage of CA being poured, in the background you can see small 10 ml glass bottles of acetone. I bought these 10 ml glass bottles years ago, and they are incredibly handy to have around for things like this acetone, or liquid flux when soldering, or MEK solvent when working with styrene. You know, another useful thing about these small 10 ml glass bottles, if you should knock one over when you're working, it's a lot better than knocking over a whole can or a large glass of some nasty liquid. A quick wipe of the bottle neck with a bit of acetone on a paper towel, and I'm ready to try out this new bottle design. I figured I'd start by filling a single bottle, just in case things go south with these bottles. Not that I think it will, I'm completely confident in them. Still, one bottle will be fine to start with. I am very excited about this. The anticipation's killing me. And now that I'm doing the voiceover, I can say that attach bit, the silicone, I thought it might bother me while I was applying the glue, but it's fine. Okay, so far I am really happy with this applicator. You can get some very precise amounts of liquid right where you want it. Now I am using the medium viscosity CA, and that does help with precision control, but this is far better, in my opinion, than something like the Loctite or the Gluemasters bottle. Once I break out the Dymo label maker, it's official. I like these bottles quite a bit, but we're going to talk now about the other reason I made this video, aside from a good tool, and that is price. I actually had to check this a couple of times for accuracy, but the Loctite is more than 3 times the cost of the Gluemasters CA. That's not insignificant, and I went with Amazon prices for this. If I bought the Loctite at the local Home Depot, it worked out to a bit over $40 an ounce. I bought the 2-ounce size of the Gluemasters CA for $13.99, which works out to $7 an ounce. If we then add the additional cost of the bottles and the funnels, the Gluemasters is still much cheaper, almost half the price of the Loctite, and you also end up with the useful extra bottles and funnels. With a CA glue that seems at least as good as Loctite, with a much better precise bottle applicator at half the price, this is an easy win. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you go with this CA setup, you'll save a few dollars too. Thanks for watching, and we'd very much appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe and like button, and also share this video with your favorite modelers. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.